Welcome to IAS Help Desk. Today we have come up with a new video on UPSC Mains question Tailender words. As the UPSC Mains examination is approaching, every student would have been busy in revising the concepts and the current affairs. So through this video, we are going to help the students who are preparing for the Mains examination so that they can write the answer in a proper manner. So firstly, understand what are the tailender words. Tailender words are these are mainly the angles on which the questions are asked. For example, discuss, explain, elaborate, critically analyze, comment, etc. So understanding of these words is important for writing a good mains answer. A student is able to score good marks only if he writes the answer in the correct dimension and in the correct format. For example, many times a student just read the keyword in the question. For example, a question is related to president or might be related to the governor. So he will just see the topic president and governor and start writing the question on the dimension asked, but fail to differentiate between the tailender words. For example, it is related to critically analyze or discuss or elaborate, because all the three dimensions are different, and if a student fail to write the answer in the correct dimension, then he will not be able to get good marks. So understanding of these words is very important. That's why we have come up with the video on this, so that we can explain each and every tailender words with examples. Now moving to the first tailender word. The first word is explain. In Hindi it means व्याख्या करना. So if the question is related to explain this concept or those concepts, then you have to just give the information about the topic, the concept or the idea. So we have to discuss about the idea or the concept related to it, and the language should be easy, and there should be breakdown of the topic so that the reader can understand the topic comprehensively. So simply explain means that you have to just inform about the concept or the idea, the mechanism, the principle related to it, and no need to give any personal thought or analysis of it. Now let's take the example. In UPSC 2022, the question is related to explain the mechanism and the occurrence of cloudburst in the context of Indian subcontinent. So in this the question is related to explain. So in this you simply have to give information about the mechanism and the occurrence of cloudburst. So give information and the basic description about the concept of cloudburst, how it forms, where it forms, and what are the principles related to it. And now the next part is discuss with two examples. You can give two examples to elaborate or to describe the concept more clearly. Now moving to the second question, explain the causes and effects of coastal erosion in India. So in this the question is direct. The question is directly asked about the causes and effects. You have to just give information about the coastal erosion, what are the causes, what are its impact on of it, and do not give any information or any personal idea or any analysis of the topic, because the question is asked on explain, so you don't have to give any subjectivity to the answer. Now moving to the second word. Second word is elaborate. Elaborate in Hindi means savistar. So in this also you have to give information about the concept, but you have to move in little detail and explanations about the information or the topic which you are providing. So you have to give deeper explanations why this is occurring, and also the examples to support your answer. So the concept of explain and elaborate are mostly same and can be used interchangeably, but in the explain you have to give directly account about the topic which is given, and in the elaborate you have to give a detailed explanation about the concept and also the in-depth knowledge with examples. Now moving to the example, the question is elaborate the scope and significance of the food processing industry in India. So in this elaborate you have to discuss about the food processing industry in India, the scope. So if you are giving the account of the significance, then you have to move to the economic significance, socio-economic significance, women and other backward classes. So you are explaining the concept of food processing industry, but you are moving in detail and with proper explanation and examples. So this is the difference between elaborate and explain. Now moving to the second question, why is India considered as a subcontinent? Elaborate your answer. So if the question is this much, why is India considered as subcontinent, then directly you have to give the reasons for it. But elaborate means you have to give a detailed reason with proper examples. So I hope now the difference between the elaborate and the explain will be clear. Moving to the third word, elucidate. This means that you have to give brief information about the topic asked without going into excessive details, and the language should be easy. Now moving to the question. The question is, in 1857 uprising was the culmination of the recurrent big and small local rebellions that had occurred in the preceding 100 years of British rule. Elucidate. In this, you have to give information about the big and small local rebellions that had occurred before the 1857 revolt and how they have made the ground for the 1857 revolt. So in this you have to give the explanation, information about the big and small local rebellions and what are their contributions and how they have led to the 1857 revolt. In this you don't have to give the analysis of the topic, subjective view of the topic or any critical analysis. You have to just give the straightforward information about the topic asked. So till yet we have covered 3 tail-ender words: explain, elaborate and elucidate. All 3 words are synonym but with a minute difference. In the explain you have to give the clear-cut information about the topic asked, the mechanism or the principle related to it. In the elaborate you have to give a deeper information about the topic asked with the proper explanation and examples. In the elucidate you have to give information about the topic asked in a crisp and concise manner, in brief and with proper justification and explanation without the analysis part. As of now we are closing the video. Thank you. In the next video we will cover more tail-ender words which will be useful for the mains examination. Thank you.